Well, welcome back to my channel. I think the last time I mentioned it, I had something like 26 subscribers, which I don't really like talking about that stuff, to be honest with you, but right now I'm up to 107. Really appreciate the support. Really think it's fascinating that 107 people at least are interested in what I have to say. But anyway, I would be remiss if I didn't suggest that you hit the like button, I don't know, the bells, the subscribe button, whatever it is, you'll see it on the bottom here. Just hit subscribe, that's really all I care about, to be quite honest with you. Let's get to 1,000. Anyway, so at long last, I think it is time that I do a what's in my camera bag video. Now, I have a couple different camera bags, an everyday carry, and then one that I take if I'm doing a large video shoot or like a wedding photography, something of that nature that requires a lot more gear. Well, this one is going to be everyday carry. And for that, well, this beast right here. It's the pneumatic Peter McKinnon 25 milliliter bag. Everything that I want to take on like an everyday carry if I'm just going out for a walk, or if I, I'm out with family or what have you. If I just want to bring some camera equipment but not be lugged down with a big bulky 35 liter bag or something like that, this is my go-to. Now there's a ton of different pockets outside and inside that I'll get to, especially the inside as I start opening up and going through everything. But a couple things on the outside that I want to mention. Let me slide this over here. The first is in this pocket. It is my tripod of choice. It is the newer TP62 carbon fiber tripod. It's a common theme that you've heard throughout many of my videos is I don't like to spend a ton of money because I actually don't do this for a living. It's kind of a side gig, it's a passion, it's a hobby. I just enjoy doing it. But I did want to get a lighter tripod, like a carbon fiber one. Now, I didn't quite want to spend $500 or $600, say, on the Peak Design carbon fiber tripod that you often see a lot of YouTubers and photographers use. It's a great one. Eventually I'm probably going to buy it if I can afford it. But this one, I forget what exactly I paid for. It was one of those Facebook deals that you see. It's like 50% off. I think it was like $150 or so. But it's great. It's lightweight. Hasn't failed me yet. Really like it. But continuing with the backpack, right here, you can fit a 16-inch laptop. Now I only have a 13-inch MacBook Pro, 2019. It's old, not worth showing off. But anyway, if you have a bigger laptop, MacBook, whatever, you can fit it inside this. On the other side here is another little magnetic pocket. You can fit a water bottle, another tripod, a gimbal, whatever you want right here. Now opening this bad boy up, what you will see, various pockets, and I purchased the version that has the dividers, which you can see here, the ladder system and the dividers. But in each pocket, this is what I got right now. Like I said, it's very lightweight. I have this JJC SD card holder. You never have too many SD cards on you. And I also carry the Sony lav mic with this windscreen keeps falling off. Pretty affordable. I think this is about 30 bucks. I think the SD card holder was like $8. Then right in here, a bunch of microfiber cloths, an extra battery for my DJI Action 3, which you will see in a little bit here. Then moving on here, I have what I'm actually using right now, the DJI wireless mic. I did a video on some of the audio stuff before. This is my mic of choice. Typically for these talking head videos, I use a Sennheiser 400 MKE shotgun mic. Also carry one of these little squeezy things, also from JJC. I actually made a short. I got a lot of views, but one comment, it was a hater questioning why it was a photography video. I guess why I had a hashtag or something in it. I don't know. Anyway, it's probably one of the most important accessories you can buy. If you need to clean the sensor of your camera or the inside of your lens, I say the inside, like one of the inside components to your lens, and you don't really feel comfortable using a microfiber cloth or you can't reach in there, a little puff of air typically takes care of it 9 times out of 10. Then right here, this area that's empty, is where I typically carry my Sigma 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 lens. It's currently again on a body. It's using it as a placeholder because when the other lenses that I use, the Lumix 20 to 60, it's currently on my S5 IIX, which is recording this video. But you'll get the idea of where everything goes, as I said, once I move along in this video. But the last thing here is a Kona filter case with a bunch of filters in it. I'm not going to pull each and every single one of them out. Various sizes, circular polarizer, filters, ND filters, you know, everything right in there if I want to do videos or something. That comes in really handy. Alright, and the last bit of area, everything is right in here, easily accessible, which I think is probably the most important aspect of this bag, is you can put so much stuff in this top component if you have the ladder system kind of flipped down. Anyway, the first order of business, I typically carry an S5 IIX made by Lumix. Obviously this is just a Lumix S5. Again, my S5 IIX is actually recording me right now, so this is just kind of the placeholder. But on this is the 24 to 70. Most of the time I would actually have this 20 to 60 that's currently recording me right now affixed to my S5 IIX. The reason that is because if I want to do a vlog or something, I just easily whip it out. The microphone's already on here. Very little barrier to doing any sort of filmmaking or anything like that. That was actually a tip that I picked up from Peter McKinnon in one of his everyday carry bag videos. And I gotta say, ever since taking that advice, I've made more talking head videos and things of that nature, because it's just so easy to whip it out, put the camera in front of you, start talking. You need to remove as many barriers to content creation as you can. So with that, that's what this is for, PJY Tech Mantis Pod 2. Put your camera, here, what in the world? I'm not used to having two angles. Put your camera right on here, hold it up to you, make a selfie, video, whatever. And then, another Peter McKinnon Nomadic product. This is his battery case. Take all your spare batteries with you. Gotta have 2 or 3. Then the last piece, my favorite piece of camera gear, my favorite focal length, my favorite lens, the Lumix 85mm f1.8. Absolutely love this thing. One of my earlier videos, I actually talked about why this was my favorite lens. Just kind of rehash that a little bit. I actually think it's probably a little more versatile than it's given credit for. I do landscape photography with it. Obviously portraits, headshots. I can't say enough about this thing. I have been thinking about upgrading to the Sigma f1.4 version. So I'm starting to get into more wedding photography and other scenarios where the lighting might not be as ideal. But really up to this point, I haven't needed an upgrade. And I think I would be very sad the day that I have to get rid of this thing. I love it. Alright, last bit of area up here. This pocket, I carry caps. My DJI Action 3 for all my POV content. What else I got in here? One of these little screw things that you gotta use for your camera. SanDisk card reader. And a small rig multi-tool. Buy a couple of these. It doesn't necessarily have to be this brand. There will be a link in the description below. Affiliate links, helps out my channel by the way. But can't stress this enough. Buy a couple of these. Because as soon as you don't have one, you're going to need it. So just buy a couple, throw it in every single bag that you got. They're cheap. I think this was like 10 bucks, maybe 20 bucks. Again, depending on the brand. Very essential. buy it. A couple additional things. You've seen I've spoken about this before. I'm going to conclude this in this video. This is the Fujifilm, what is this? X-T10. It's my favorite everyday camera, so if I'm not wanting to lug around a bag or anything, or if I want to carry the bag with some gear in it, but just want to keep a camera always strapped to me, this is one I bring. Not doing any professional shoots or anything with it. You probably could if you had the right lenses, but this is really just if I'm doing any sort of street photography, or again just a quick walk out on the nature trail or down at the beach or something. This is what I bring. Now the last piece of everyday equipment that again doesn't really go in my bag, but I am incorporating it into this video, is what I use for my POV content. Two options. One, I came across this newer neck strap, I guess is what it is, but you can affix your camera like so. I'm not going to take the time to screw that thing on there because you get the idea, right? Put this around your neck, carry it around, you know, you get the idea. But then the second one, I actually saw this idea from Taylor Jackson, have since seen other photographers on YouTube do this as well. It's this little L bracket system. So what you do, especially if you have these little Peak Design, I'm at a loss for words, mounting plate or any sort of Arca Swiss plate attached to the bottom of your camera, you can take this, fasten it on like so, put your action cam, be it a GoPro or DJI, whatever your thing of choice is, carry around like this. So you always have a little behind the scenes action going on here. I'm probably going to do a longer video, fuller review of these two setups. Haven't quite determined which is my favorite. The L bracket one is fairly new. I just bought this L bracket like a week ago. I've done one shoot since I've bought it. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's the settings on it, but I didn't really like the results. And that's because I have the horizon balance. It basically means you can turn it like this, rotate it like this, however you want to rotate it. It always keeps the horizon in landscape like what you're seeing. But anyway, another video, another day. I do like the idea behind this, so I think I'm going to have to just tweak around with the camera settings a bit more. Like I said, all the links to most of these products, I'm hesitant to say all because I'm sure when I start looking them up I won't be able to find one. Most of the links that I can find anyway will be in the description. They are affiliate links, so they do help out this channel if you purchase any of the items using the links in the description. But anyway, like I said at the top of this, I appreciate everyone who has subscribed, all the people who have reached out and offered support, again, for this little fun side venture that I have here on YouTube. But anyway, till the next video, I'll see you. Thank you.